Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Weekly Thoughts. Hope you're all doing well. And as in short option success, we talk a lot about goal setting. I believe it's really an important part of life. Knowing, first of all, knowing what you want and then being very specific with that, kind of painting yourself a picture of what you want your life to be like. So it's an integral part. I mean, I would say high 90% of successful people have goals even after they've reached a level of success. So it's very important. And today I'm going to change things around just a little bit. I want to talk about the four freedoms that most people yearn for, whether they consciously think about these in the way I'm going to lay them out or not. There's four basic freedoms that we all yearn for, and so I want to talk about them. They are the freedom of time, and we'll just write them up here on the board. Freedom of time, the freedom of money, the freedom of relationships, and finally, the freedom of purpose. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So those four are the basic freedoms. Now, obviously, we all, you've got, who is it? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We have to have food, we have to have water, we have to have shelter, all that sort of stuff. But in terms of, creating the life that you want to live, these are the four basic freedoms that we really need to think about. We kind of start to quantify this. And so let's talk about freedom of time. And what I want to do too is talk about how short option success and the style of trading we do and the community that we have plays into all these. Okay. So freedom of time. As most of you know, when I started this way back in 2006, this style of trading, when I kind of was introduced to it and began to learn how it went, I started it with a $1,400 account, started trading this way. I was probably making at that time in my life, I was probably earning somewhere around $50,000 a year. So I didn't have, in order to be able to buy my time, to be able to get out of working a job or a business that I had to replace that $50,000. So that's not a ton of money. It did, it was, I know many of you guys have, jobs where you're paid multi hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's a little harder, obviously, to generate that kind of money to be able to buy your time back. However, you guys with the high incomes, I'm sure you're starting with more than $1,400 in your trading account as well. So buying your time back, being able to generate a consistent source of income buys your time. It allows you to do the things that are important to you. It allows you to have your schedule dictated by yourself, not by, a boss or customers or that sort of thing. Your time is dictated by what you feel is important, by the priorities that you set. So freedom of time is a very, very valuable commodity. It's also it's wonderful. If you ever get to that point, it's a fantastic way to live. Okay, the second one that goes right along with that is as you begin to develop that freedom of time, it's going to take some money to do that. Obviously, as I said, it's kind of like buying your time, buying your time freedom with an abundance of money. So you have to have some vehicle that's going to generate cash into your account. I believe that trading the way that we trade is, in terms of at least the markets and what can be done in the markets, I think it's at least right up there, if not the top way to do it. That's just my opinion. You can agree or not agree. My phone alarm is going off on the other table there. I apologize for that. It's time to check the market. But anyway, um, so freedom of money that allows us to make all the decisions we need to make. It allows us to not worry, not fret, not have a bad, a stressful situation around money. Freedom of money, very very important thing. Then that brings us around to freedom of relationships. Freedom of relationships means we get to choose who we spend time with. We get to choose the relationships that are in our lives. We don't have relationships forced on us by either our uh, corporate responsibilities or if we're in a business of our own, our customers. Okay, you don't have those relationships forced on you. That's why we are very selective in the people that we allow to come into short option success, because I only want to spend time with people that are a good fit, that I enjoy spending time with, that I like to talk to, that um, you know just kind of have the same look at life that I do. And same with other friends that I have outside of the business and family and that sort of thing. I get to choose who I spend my time and my relationship capital with. And then finally, freedom of purpose. There's something inside of all of us that yearns to have a purpose in your life. We yearn to do something above just ourselves. I mean, we were not put here just to make money, just to produce children, just to live our lives, go to work, and all that. I'm a firm believer that we do have a purpose, and we were put here for a reason. So, what is that purpose for you? Well, when you have gotten yourself to the point where you have the freedom of time, the freedom of money, and the freedom of relationships, you can then choose where you're going to spend those assets, the time, the money, the relationships, what you're going to do. Are you going to volunteer in organizations that mean a lot to you? Are you going to travel the world and soak all of God's creation in? What are you going to do? What is the purpose of your life? And I think that's an important question to ask yourself. But again, by being able to generate the others, the time, money, and relationships, then we can actually begin to live our purpose here on this earth. And I think those are the four freedoms that mean a lot to most people, that most people would love to have, even if they've never thought this through. I think that would be the epitome of how to spend your life. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. You may agree or disagree, and that's perfectly fine. But I just wanted to kind of share that with you. Hopefully give you some weekly thoughts that you can think about these things. So until next time, appreciate you all, and we'll talk soon. Bye bye.